Hello everyone, welcome. This is my holiday menu. This is my menu that helped me lose 70 pounds and maintain it for almost 4 years. What I've done is I've gone through and put every holiday recipe that we've made so far this year, we're making more. We have put all of the holiday recipes so far that we've made into this video. So enjoy. It'll be easier for you if you have this one video to look through and find your favorites and things you want to make, especially since Christmas is right around the corner, or for any get together, whether it's friends or family coming over. These are great recipes, super delicious, all plant-based and good for you. If you don't know me, my name is Meg. I lost 70 pounds over the age of 50, at the age of 53. I'm now 57 and I feel great. I've got more energy. I've reversed a ton of chronic conditions, including blood pressure, rosacea, night sweats, and brain fog. And I got my energy back. I hope you enjoy these. Thank you so much for watching. Let me show you how to make this delicious holiday meatloaf, lentil loaf. This is so delicious. Your family will love it. You will too. It'll surprise you. Took me a little while to make a meatless meatloaf because I wasn't really on board. Heck, I didn't like meatloaf back in the day. It would stick to the top of my roof. It tasted oily and disgusting, and my stomach didn't feel very good afterwards. But let me tell you, this is so delicious. First, we're gonna start with 3 stalks of celery and 1 carrot. And we're going to dice up an onion, then we're going to saute it. So I was a little leery to start making this meatless meatloaf. It just didn't sound appealing. I wasn't sure. But what I found is it is so delicious. It is just tasty as all heck. And I love to, after I make it and bake it in the oven, I love to slice it and then put it in my air fryer and crisp up the edges. Oh, so good. The other thing, you can pair it with mashed potatoes and gravy, some corn or green beans. So this is a perfect main dish for your holiday celebrations, maybe for Thanksgiving. Also, I love making it because there's usually leftovers, and I have fallen in love with a meatloaf sandwich. So great. Or you could take a slice and put it on top of your salad, or pair it with some diced potatoes. It's just an excellent source of protein. Lentils are so high in protein. Let there be lentil loaf. This is our leading up to Thanksgiving series. So we've already made stuffing that didn't use any butter or oil, and it's delicious, low fat. We also made mashed potatoes and gravy. Again, low fat, no animal-based products were used, and they were delicious. So good. So this is the next thing in our series. We also did Brussels sprouts that were ridiculously good. I didn't even like Brussels sprouts before I started making them in my air fryer. I will link those below. It's our holiday extravaganza. So we're bringing it to you, and there's going to be more every day this week. We also provide links to some of the products, so if you need them, you can order them directly below. You're going to go through the holidays without gaining weight or inflammation. This time of year is really stressful and hard on a lot of people. So go ahead and comment below what you're doing for the holidays. Maybe you don't have control over the food. Maybe you're going to someone else's house. I'm gonna do a little tip and trick on that as well. The best ways to navigate a household that isn't plant-based and still enjoy yourself and have a great time. That's what it's all about, right? You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you put your left foot in, and you shake it all about. Yeah, I'm a little happy this morning.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. What do you think, Grant? Putting your left foot in, put your left foot out?
Yeah, of course.
Shake it all about. It really kind of counts as batch cooking because when you have a loaf of meatloaf, you've got it for the week. So good. It's time to chop the onion. I am treating myself to another chopper. So this chopper has served us well, right? Get to the chopper.
Wow.
This chopper is awesome, but I am going to buy another chopper where it is contained, because as you can see by my counter, pieces go a-flying. And you know I love a party, but let's try to keep the vegetables contained. Let's contain the vegetables. And this is a huge time saver. It's just not fair to have this much fun on a Monday. I think I got onion up my sleeve. What do you have up your sleeve? This is my homemade veggie broth. I'm gonna put some in here to saute the veggies. If you don't have homemade veggie broth, feel free to get some veggie broth, low sodium from the store, or use water. Water works great. I've used water for years. Because the flavors with all of the vegetables we're putting in and spices, you don't need any salt added. I swear. Scouts honor. Girl Scouts honor, sorry. Look at that pile of goodness. So you're gonna go ahead and put 2 cups of lentils. These are out of a can. They're organic. I just rinse them off to get the excess sodium off. You can also cook your lentils. You can get dry lentils and cook them in your Instant Pot, but I'm doing it the quick and easy way today. All right, 2nd cup of lentils going in my large bowl. Let's get these beautiful vegetables sauteed. I love the aroma. It smells wonderful. Wunderbar.
Wunderbar. Wunderbar.
The rest of the ingredients that we are putting in our bowl are 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and away we go. 2 tablespoons of coconut aminos. If you don't have coconut aminos, use low sodium soy sauce. We're gonna do a tablespoon of poultry seasoning. Now, if you don't have poultry seasoning, the ingredients are thyme, sage, rosemary, marjoram, nutmeg, and black pepper. So you can make your own. I was trying to make my own, but I couldn't find any marjoram at the store yesterday. So I'm probably gonna order some online. This time of year, poultry seasoning goes fast in stores because of the holidays. Get yours. Oh, it smells so good. Amazing. I used to think that there was an animal in poultry seasoning. I mean, you guys, I was just not a cook. And I used to think there was chicken or, poultry seasoning. I didn't realize it was just a combination of spices. Yes, I know you all are laughing, but it's true. The other thing I'm gonna add is this is no salt spices. Just, in my opinion, you can't have too many spices. Ooh. Wow, and I have been working out. Oh my goodness, how embarrassing. That lid's stuck on there. So we're just gonna go ahead. So the other thing I was going to say is Benson Table Tasty. Add a teaspoon or 2, but I'm just doing the no salt seasoning. Now we're gonna do smoked paprika. We're gonna do a teaspoon of smoked paprika. There we go, love this. We're gonna do a little bit more of pepper, because who doesn't love pepper? I love pepper. You love pepper?
No.
What?
I don't like pepper.
What?
Yeah.
All these years?
Well,
I gave birth to you and I didn't know you didn't like pepper? Don't charge me for your therapy bill of putting pepper
Oh boy.
in your meals.
Those look good.
Those look real good. The other thing I'm gonna put in here is the garlic. A couple of tablespoons of garlic. I love garlic. It's so good for your heart, for your immune system. The key is make sure everybody's eating garlic at the table, and then your breath is bliss. So we're gonna saute this just for probably another minute. I'm gonna use a fork and I'm gonna go ahead and mash some of these lentils. Just get them mashed. You can use like a potato masher if you want, but I recommend a fork. Mash. They did the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. No, this
a little late on that one.
Hey, it's Halloween every day, right? All right, that looks really good. Okay, 1 cup of oats. So I like to smash the lentils ahead of time. I think that's the best option. Smashing the lentils ahead of time and then mixing the oats in. Okay, now we're gonna pour the veggies in. Now we're gonna mix this up. This looks fantastic. Smells great. Okay, that looks great. Now we are going to put it in the loaf. These are the silicone mats. I highly recommend you get these. This saves you hundreds of calories. Remember, oil is 4,000 calories per pound. You don't want to line this with oil and then ingest that. No, you don't want that. It's pure fat, right? Stop the insanity. Cut that fat out. And with silicone, you literally wipe out fat that you're not even going to miss. Go ahead and get those. There's a link below. This lentil loaf looks so good. Then you just kind of pat it in using my little silicone spatula. There's links to those as well. These are super easy. They clean up well. They're safe. So for the glaze, we're gonna put half a cup of ketchup. And again, you can make your own ketchup. I'm using Portland ketchup, but we're gonna do half a cup of the ketchup. And then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. And then I like to do a teaspoon of paprika, smoky paprika.
Smoked paprika, I believe is what they call it.
Smoked paprika. Okay, it's Monday. Smells so good. I love smoked paprika. The other thing too that's really good on here is barbecue sauce. The Date Lady barbecue sauce or any sugar-free barbecue sauce is delicious on here. This is going into the oven, 375 for 45 to 50 minutes. When you pull it out, let it rest for at least 10 minutes before you start slicing. We just got the lentil loaf out. Well, it's been resting for a little bit. Oh my gosh. Ah, behold, the loaf of lentil. Let's go ahead and cut a piece of this loaf. This is the best part, as you guys know, tasting the loaf of lentil. Do the hokey pokey. That's what this is all about. Oh. That is fabulous. Fabulous lentil loaf. Neat loaf. This is a neat loaf, and this is a neat loaf. Great flavor, great texture. I also, a lot of times with the meatloaf, because it can be a little bit crumbly, but a lot of times what I do is I will slice it once it's cooled all the way down, and I will put it in the air fryer, the individual pieces, and crisp them up. So delicious. You can put it on a sandwich, make a meatloaf sandwich. You can put it with mashed potatoes and gravy. You can eat it just by itself. You could put it on a bed of greens. So delicious. All this protein, these vegetables, flavor. Yeah, I love it. We're going to be making mashed potatoes and gravy. All right, first we're gonna peel some russet potatoes that I already washed. Now normally I keep the peels on. I love it. That's an extra bit of fiber and vitamins. But we're gonna peel it because this is Thanksgiving mashed potatoes. I want you guys to know, when I first started this way of life, when I first learned about it and thought it sounded pretty kooky, but I was willing to try anything to get rid of my rosacea, I decided to do this for 1 week. And when I started, it was the end of June. It was almost 4th of July, another big food holiday, right? But I said, we're doing it. And I planned a menu around whole food, plant-based for 4th of July. My whole family was very supportive, and they all said, sure, we'll eat whatever you're cooking. And that's what we did. We had some delicious black bean burgers, some delicious potato salad. We had a berry cobbler. I made some homemade chips and guacamole. We had all sorts of other treats. Watermelon, I love watermelon. And we made homemade French fries, of course. What we're doing now, this is Thanksgiving, and we are doing mashed potatoes and gravy. But I've been eating mashed potatoes and gravy year round. And let me tell you, they are delicious, nutritious, really filling, and I don't gain any weight. So I can't wait to show you this recipe. I love potatoes so much. I would call myself a starchivore. A lot of people question eating potatoes. They think it's going to be bad for insulin resistance, but that's not true. If you look at a potato, there's no fat, there's no cholesterol in a potato. A lot of the harm that comes from the potato, it's innocent, but a lot of the harm comes from what we put on the potato or how we prepare it. in oils. Oil is 100% fat. It's 4,000 calories per pound. It's the highest fat you can put in your body. That's not good. So you want to avoid the oils, the butter, the dairy products, all those things. You're saying, Meg, what's there left to put on the potato? Let me tell you, there's thousands of wonderful things to put on your potatoes. I do my own cheese sauce that's non-dairy. I also make a sour cream that's non-dairy, and it's delicious. I make hummus. Hummus is great on potatoes. You can also put salsa and barbecue sauce. So good. Ketchup and mustard for those French fries. And of course, gravy for your mashed potatoes. A lot of times too, the day after I've made a big pot of potatoes, I will fry potatoes in a pan. Who doesn't love crispy fried mashed potatoes? And I don't use any oil to do it, and it works great. I use water or vegetable broth. I will do a video about that. So all the people who are skeptical, I eat probably between 5 and 6 potatoes a day. And I've done it since I started this way of life, and I've lost 70 pounds. So proof's in the potato. Yeah, I shared with you guys the other day, they're full of magnesium and potassium. They also help your serotonin levels. That's your feel-good hormones. There's tryptophan in these. They help regulate your mood, and they help you sleep better. And I definitely, besides menopause symptoms, I had a lot of anxiety and depression, and that has gone away. And I definitely know the potato has helped. The more potatoes I eat, the better I feel. I gotta show you guys this. This is my coffee mug, and it says, I think I'll just be happy today. That's right. I think I'll just be happy today. So have a potato, because you know what? It makes you feel happy. I still have 96 problems like the rest of us, but inflammation isn't one of them. And because my mood is so good, I'm able to handle those tough situations that come up, things that I don't have control of in my life. I'm able to frame it better mentally. It doesn't necessarily mean the problem goes away, but I'm able to handle it with more ease and grace and not getting as stressed out as I used to. So if anything, this lifestyle, it's more than just losing weight. It is about your mental and your physical health and how you can spread this joy to other people. And that's what I hope I'm doing, is paying it forward. I hope this is helping you.
I like my mug a little bit better.
Grant likes his mug a little bit better. What you got
I
there?
had to stop procrastinating to be here.
I love that mug too. We fight over mugs in this house. What's your favorite mug say? Put it in the comments. I want to hear. So you guys, when I first started this lifestyle, I was super nervous about going out to eat because, most things at a restaurant are filled with oil and salt. And I was really wanting to follow it to the letter. Well, all of us, Grant and Jack and Jim, that's my husband, we all went to the beach one weekend, and I was so nervous because we were going to go to one of my favorite restaurants there, and I was already mourning the fact that I wasn't going to be able to have fish and chips. I was kind of, poor me, what am I going to eat? But being nervous about going on the trip, I literally I did the Instapot of potatoes. My video yesterday was the Instapot potatoes, so watch that if you haven't. But what I did to go to the beach is I literally packed a whole bag full of pre-made potatoes. So that way, and I just ate them plain. I put potatoes in my backpack in Ziploc bags. And I remember I was so nervous to go to this restaurant that I sat outside, and my boys were like, what are you doing, Mom? And I said, I've got to eat a couple potatoes first because I'm not sure what's going to be on the menu, and I want to be strong. So I literally, they sat with me. It was so cute. But I literally sat outside, and I had a couple of Yukon Gold potatoes. And I'm not kidding you. I felt pretty good, and I went in and I ordered the most amazing hazelnut salad. Now, yes, I had to ask, hold the cheese, hold these things, but it was probably one of the best salads I had ever had because my tongue and my taste buds were alive again. And I could taste the crispness of the bell pepper. I could taste the red onion. I could taste, oh my gosh, the strawberries. They had strawberries on it. It was a hazel strawberry salad. Amazing. And I had a little bit of balsamic that I brought with me, and I just put that on, and it was ambrosia. I've said that before describing food, but it was just nirvana. It took it to a new level. And it was so weird because I thought, why is this? And I did look it up. Once you stop eating a lot of processed foods, things that are made heavily processed with sugar and salt and oil, once you do that, it literally, that coats your tongue and your taste buds. It almost dulls it. And so you need more and more, and you're still not getting that pop, because the addiction is making you crave more and more to try to hit that serotonin, hit that endorphin high, and you just don't do it. So once it's out of your system, and it is tough. In the beginning, it does feel a little bit like a detox, there's no doubt. But once you get over that hump, oh my gosh, the flavor in that salad, I was happy as a clam. And at that point, my husband and my boys were still eating animal products, and they all had halibut fish and chips, and I wasn't even tempted. I was happy as a clam, and I didn't kill any clams to be happy. So, anyway, my point of telling you this story is I want to give you hope. I want to tell you I have so much enjoyment now. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I mean, I go out to dinner and lunch with coworkers. I always was afraid that I wouldn't be able to enjoy and be the fun person that I like to be without the processed food and the alcohol. And it's completely the opposite. My fears and my imagination were nothing like what it actually is, the reality. So I'm here to tell you that. Sorry, that was a long-winded story. Let me jump off and keep peeling.
Yeah, keep the feeling going, huh?
Now we're gonna cut these potatoes, cut them into chunks so that they can cook through. You might ask, why am I doing this in a pot instead of my Instapot? Well, it's kind of a tradition for Thanksgiving. I always do it this way. Day 2 of hot potato, 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 potato. Okay, now we're gonna put the potatoes in. This is always the tricky part for me. If you guys have tips, let me know. I just kind of slide them in the boiling water. I bet some of you guys start with cold water. Okay. I don't know if you guys have figured out yet, but I'm not a natural cook. Cooking doesn't come to me naturally. Okay, now we're going to cook those. We are now going to make some delicious gravy. This gravy is from Nora Cooks. It's pretty easy. Grant found this recipe and we make it all the time. First thing, we're gonna put in 2 cups of water. We're gonna do 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, a 1, a 2, trace. Here we go. 1/4 cup of whole wheat flour. If you need it gluten-free, you can do that. Or if you have a different flour you want to try, go for it. 1/2 teaspoon of Dijon. Now a tablespoon of Bragg's or low sodium soy sauce. Now we're gonna whisk it together. Let's whisk again like we did last summer. Oh yeah. Okay, so we've mixed everything together, and we're gonna let it sit until it starts to bubble up, and then we're gonna whisk it some more. Okay, you guys, the potatoes have boiled. Hey, something I didn't share with you, people are always like, well, how long do you boil potatoes for mashed potatoes? It really depends on the cut. So if you put them in whole, you boil them for 20 to 25 minutes. If you put them in half, you're looking at 15 to 18 minutes. If you quarter them, you're looking at 12 to 15 minutes. But the real test is a fork. So don't just go by time. Stick your fork into your potato. If it goes in easily, it's done. If it doesn't, if it's a little hard, keep going. Okay, now we are going to drain. Hey, now we are going to drain the potatoes. Normally what I do, I know I keep saying normally what I do, but normally what I would do is I would put these in the fridge to cut the glycemic index in half. You can do that after you mix and whip them, and then heat them up the next day, or heat them up, you know, depending on what time you're having your Thanksgiving feast. So that's what I would do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my immersion blender. And I have a link below. I have a new one coming because this one's plastic. I wanted a metal one. So I treated myself to an early holiday gift. Now, the other thing that I will add is some milk. This is plant-based milk. This is oat milk, but you can use whatever milk you like. Just make sure and look on the back of the container and make sure that it doesn't have any added oils. Whoa, those are looking great. The other thing I add in here is Benson's Table Tasty. You can add any herbs or spices, do some garlic powder, onion powder. So delicious. But today we're just doing it plain. We're just doing the plant-based milk and the potatoes. We've got this delicious gravy next door. Let's potato and spoon like we did last year. Ooh, look at these. Behold, the pillow of potatoes. These are great. This is a huge bowl, so I'm not, well, maybe I'll fill it. Look at those potatoes.
Yeah, looks good.
Look at those potatoes. Potato, potato, potato.
You know what your persona is like? It's
What?
like SNL Adam Sandler.
What? Mashed potatoes and gravy. That's the marquee. I know a lot of you put away the ladle because you only use it during the holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, maybe Easter. Don't put your ladles away. These ladles were made to be used year-round. Ladle, 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 hee-hoo. Yorlay, 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 hee-hoo.
Wow.
It's getting thick in here. It's getting deep, and I'm not talking about all the gravy I'm pouring on here. Hey guys, these delicious mashed potatoes and gravy. Can you see the steam? There's steam there. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper on mine. I love pepper. Oh my gosh. These are a treat. All right, let's try them. So good. I give it 10 forks up. Fork, yeah. This is so awesome. This is an anytime snack. I told you in the beginning, doing this way of life, I ate so many potatoes and I did a lot of mashed potatoes and gravy. So satisfying and delicious. A little bit of tofu, crispy tofu. And I want to show you this delicious Thanksgiving stuffing your whole family will love, or if you're going somewhere else, you can take this and you'll have something to eat. Come on, let's make it. First, we're gonna do a carrot. Now, I didn't do this last year, but we're gonna put a carrot, dice up a carrot, dice up one onion, and we're gonna saute it, and then 3 to 4 ribs of celery. Forgot those. And then 3 to 4 ribs of celery. It's pretty easy to make this stuffing, but it does take a little bit of time because after we saute it, we're gonna put it together with these breadcrumbs. I pre-bought these. When you're looking at breadcrumbs to buy, just look on the back of the ingredients. If you want ones that really don't have any additives, this is bread at the market close to me is called New Seasons, and they bake this bread every day. Bakery bread is the best because there isn't any preservatives added. You know, they bake every single day, and it's really just wheat, yeast, water, and a little bit of salt. So this is great. If you want to make your own, I am going to put below a recipe. You could use Ezekiel bread. That's even lower in sodium. And you can go ahead and leave those breadcrumbs out overnight, or you can cut them up and pop them in your oven for 20 minutes at 350. Okay, so let's get going here. First, I'm gonna chop up the celery and the carrots. I remember when I went whole food plant-based, I was very nervous about my first Thanksgiving. And my family was on board by then. They were interested in this lifestyle as well. I had been cooking a lot of good recipes and they loved it. But I was a little bit nervous about Thanksgiving. But you know what I found is that Thanksgiving really is a vegan holiday for the most part, other than the turkey, because you've got the gravy. Gravy's very easy to make without any animal products and delicious. You've got mashed potatoes, super easy to make. without any animal products. I just made a video about how to make mashed potatoes and gravy that are low fat and plant-based. Check it out. It's always fun to do non-traditional things as well. We do usually a lasagna. I love lasagna. Then we did last year a turkey. Hey, Blue. It was like a tofu turkey, and it also had vital wheat gluten in it. It was delicious. We're gonna make another one of those that we'll post this week. The other thing that's really delicious is a veggie loaf. It's like a meatloaf. So good next to mashed potatoes and gravy. We're gonna make that as well. You slice it after you make it, and then you can crisp it in the air fryer, each piece. It's delicious. The other thing too is we're gonna make some pies, and they will be great as well. We might even make some vanilla ice cream, which will be, of course, plant-based deliciousness. I do have a Ninja Creamy. Grant and Jack, I had just gone plant-based, and my birthday was about 6 weeks after I went plant-based, and they got me a Ninja Creamy. Are they not the sweetest boys? That was really great, and it's just so fun. I hope you have family that support you, but if you don't, stick with me. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so every time I post a video, you'll be notified. And we try to post videos every single day because Grant and I love this. We love this lifestyle. Changed my life. You might not know this, but I lowered my blood pressure. I had really bad rosacea on my face and hot flashes, and all those things went away. All my menopause symptoms went away. I have more energy. I'm able to work full time and do this and also take care of my family. So it's great. I love it. But it just kept improving and improving. Clickety clack. Blue says, what? She's cutting up carrots and celery? That's my kind of food. Yeah, our dog loves veggies. He's a sweetie. We might have to bribe him with a carrot and a celery, piece of celery. Now we're gonna cut up some onion. No, not Funyun. Those things are bad for you. Do you guys like my outfit today? I have my Puritan look. We're heading into winter, but it's still fall. I'm really excited for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna have my whole family with me. My other son who's in San Diego will be home. I think I said this before, but a charcuterie board. I'm not sure what other appetizers we're gonna have. I always make a little bit too much food. I mean, 'tis the season, right? We're gonna make some cranberry sauce. I think we're gonna do an orange cranberry. I've had that before and it's so delicious. Hey, tell me down below what your favorite Thanksgiving meals are. Are you gonna be like us? Or are you gonna do all the traditional sides and then have a lasagna? We're also gonna have a turkey roll. The very first year I went plant-based, I ended up buying a Gardein turkey roll loaf. It's a tofurkey and it had some stuffing on the inside. It wasn't bad. It's pretty high in sodium, but it wasn't bad at all. One of my biggest tips and tricks is to eat before you go somewhere. Because really, you're going to see people and to just celebrate, catch up, talk with them, just have a nice day. So it's not, the food is the excuse to get together, but really if you eat beforehand, that's one way of handling it. And then bring something that's whole food plant-based with you. You know, yesterday we made hummus, and you could bring veggies and make some chips. The other thing too is that you could make, we made this most delicious broccoli salad. It was out of Cruciferous Crunch from Trader Joe's. Look that one up. That's a great recipe and it's so delicious. And it actually has a lot of protein in it. I've talked about it on other videos, and this broth, this is literally made from the scraps. So every time I cut up vegetables, I put the end pieces, all the scraps from red, yellow onions, peppers, celery, any green leafies. So what I did was every time I have scraps, I throw them in a bag in the freezer. And then I just grab that bag and add to it. So once that bag is full, then I make veggie broth. I literally just put this in a big pot and boil it, and then I strain it. And so I've got homemade veggie broth. Isn't that cool? I'm cooking the vegetables in the veggie broth. And that way you're not using any oil in the pan. You just have to watch it and just add a little broth if it seems like it's starting to burn or anything like that. Just keep it simmering with the broth. Whew. My eyes are watering from the onions. All right, we're gonna turn this up and we're going to saute these for about 5 to 7 minutes. If you don't have time to make this, go ahead and get the veggie low sodium broth at the store. Perfect. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of garlic. So you add this at the very last minute of the saute. And again, you could roast your own garlic, but we're just using the garlic in a jar. Get that in there. We're gonna do this for about a minute and then we're gonna add our seasoning. Oh, I love the smell of garlic. I love it, we love it. You can get a free onion and garlic facial and a little side of carrots and celery. Now we're going to put in our spices. We've got sage, we've got thyme, we've got a little bit of poultry seasoning and rosemary. Full recipe will be down below. What we're going to do is we're gonna add the veggie broth. So you're gonna do 3 to 4 cups of veggie broth. Actually, first we're gonna start adding our breadcrumbs. Hopefully I have enough room. Probably should have done a pot. Jack was in charge of the stuffing last year. It was really good. I don't know if it was this recipe or a different one. You don't want to get the breadcrumbs too mushy. You just want to get them moist. You want the broth to be a little bit warm. So if you buy it at the store, just go ahead and heat it up. So we're doing 2 Thanksgivings. We're doing all this week. We're gonna be doing all these recipes. We're so excited to bring them to you. Mix it up a little bit. Pro tip, maybe use a pot. This is kind of kooky, but I have put stuffing and crispy tofu in a burrito with a little bit of cranberry sauce. Ah, it is so good. It's so good. It's a turkey wrap, I guess is what I'd call it. A Thanksgiving wrap. Now we're going to transfer it into our baking dish. We're going to cook it at 350 for 30 minutes. And we're gonna actually cover it with tin foil. Then you're gonna take the tin foil off and let it cook for 10 more minutes. Oh my gosh, I feel like we could just eat it out of the pan. Now we have this, look at how gorgeous this is. Hello, hello Thanksgiving. Okay, into the oven it goes. Okay, you guys, we just got this out of the oven. Now, after we took the foil off at 30 minutes, we put it back in for 10 minutes. Then I took it out and I tossed it. You know, I got a spoon in there and mixed it around to get the bottom part a little less moist. It's so good. It's so good. I'm so excited to have this. Now, what I also did was we made mashed potatoes and gravy the other day. So I still, of course, had some. How delicious is this? And so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some of the stuffing on here. Have a little plate of goodness. We're going to make a mashed potato, gravy, corn, and plant-based nuggets for you guys. It'll just be like a KFC bowl, but better. So delicious. Okay. Doesn't that look delicious? Oh my gosh. And it's fat-free, made with whole foods. It's goodness. All right, here we go. Let's try a little bit of the stuffing. Wow, that is so good. So, so good. I like to mix a little gravy in my stuffing, little potatoes. You got the right stuffing, baby. You're the reason why I sing this song. This is so good. You gotta make this. Hey guys, today we're going to make cranberry sauce, but not just any cranberry sauce. This is cranberry orange sauce. I fell in love with this sauce. A specialty store makes it, but it's pretty high in sugar and there's some other things in it. So I decided we're gonna make our own. So first what you wanna do is buy 16 ounces of cranberries and rinse them off. You also wanna look for, if there's any mushy ones, go ahead and set them aside. This one's a little bit mushy. Other than that, they feel pretty good. Now you're going to take them and put them in a pan And then you're gonna do some fresh orange juice. You can use store-bought or you can squeeze it yourself. So go ahead and put a cup of orange juice in there. The recipe is going to be in the description. And then what we're gonna do a 1/4 of a teaspoon of ginger. Yum, who doesn't love ginger? I don't know about you guys, but every time, you know, these little shaker things, when I'm baking, I don't know why I put them back on because I never use them. I always have a little measuring spoons. I'm gonna leave it off and recycle that. Then we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Oops, that might have gone a little bit more. And we're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. I should have put that in first. Oh well. Oh my goodness.
A little bit extra on each one.
A little bit extra there. A little bit of extra love is going into this recipe. We're going to bring this to a boil, and as soon as we bring it to a boil, we're going to then let it simmer for 8 to 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and turn it on high. Then we're also going to put in here 1/2 a lemon zest. That's how you zest? I don't even know.
I think you gotta do it less like you're Freddy Krueger and more like you're scraping it.
Yeah. Oh, wow. This smells so good. Do you ever go smell the aromatherapy oils at a store? This is exactly what it smells like. Wow. I love this cranberry sauce. The other thing you can add to it are some crushed walnuts. It's just so delicious. It gives off a different flavor because you've got the sweet and you also have a little bit of tart with the cranberries. I like it too because maple syrup, although it's still sugar, it's just sap that's been boiled down. So unlike white sugar that's 100% processed and stripped of everything, the maple syrup's a 1/3 water. It's gonna go into your blood sugar a little bit more gentle, and it's not going to spike it the way sugar would because it's got more phytonutrients in it. You've got more water, and as far as regular sugar, it's harsher on your stomach, whereas maple syrup isn't. It's supposed to be 1/2 a lemon, so I think that looks pretty good. We're gonna put that in. Boy, does it smell good. My goodness, I don't wanna waste any of that. Precious. Look at how good that looks. Then we're gonna cut the lemon in half. Hi-ya! And we're going to squeeze 1/2 a lemon in. That's a good lemon. You know the old saying, that's a good egg. He's a good egg. He's a good lemon. I don't know if that works. That's a good lemon. Probably not. Now we're gonna do an orange. 2 teaspoons of orange zest. Whoa, that smells so good too. Wow. I hope everyone is excited. What are your plans for Thanksgiving? Are you gonna make any of our recipes or any delicious whole food plant-based recipes? I'd love to hear. I'm going to also show you a really cool leftovers sandwich wrap with what we're making today. This is quite zestful. I'm feeling zest. Talk about refreshing. I think I should do this every day. That is just amazing. I think that looks like about 1. I think we're done with that. Now the other thing, it's optional, but you can add chunks of orange to it, which I am going to do because that's the reason I love this so much. Oh my gosh, it smells really good. Wow, that's a good orange. I get excited. I love oranges. I need to eat more. I eat a lot of tangelos, but I need to eat more oranges. My sister loves the Cava oranges. It's so good. Wow, those are good. You guys been having some great oranges lately? Don't judge me on my knife skills. I'm not naturally a cook, as you all know. I think I got them at New Seasons. Yes, New Seasons is a little market close to me. It's wonderful. It's locally owned. It's a bit like Whole Foods, but it's smaller. And it's kind of like going into Cheers. Remember the show Cheers? Everyone knows your name. Meg!
I think that's just a you experience when you go in there.
That could be. I am friendly, if you guys can tell. I do like to connect with people. So the longer you let it simmer, the more it's going to thicken. It's come to a boil, so now we're gonna turn it down and simmer it for 8 to 10 minutes, okay? I'm gonna give it a little whisk. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're getting soft. They're gonna just break apart, the cranberries. All right, we'll be back in 10 minutes. Welcome back, Pilgrim. Welcome back. I can't do a John Wayne. Oh, this is looking fancy. Wow. Talk about taking your cranberry to a new level. I remember my mom, she used to get the cranberry that was in a can. Mom, I'm telling on you. And I always remember it had like the indentations of the aluminum on it. And I was like, that looks gross. This is just a magical treat. We're gonna put some walnuts in it. It's good for your memory. Hello. I need it. Crumble, crumble. I crumble for ya. Oh yeah. I crumble for ya. I crumble for ya. I crumble for you. Now we're gonna add some of the maple syrup. The recipe calls for 4 tablespoons, but I think that might be a little excessive. But I am really going to take a little taste after 2. Let's see how this is. And yes, I do have my baby spoon. Baby spoon. Oh my goodness. That is so good. Oh, please tell me you're going to make this. This is so good. Wow. I'm gonna put a little bit more syrup. It's tart, it's delicious. This is amazing. I could just have sides. And so the longer that you simmer it, the thicker it becomes. That is perfect. Perfect. Now we're gonna pour this in a pretty bowl. This is something you could make ahead, a day or 2 ahead of time. So I'm going to make kind of a leftover lunch. I'm calling it the leftover lunch. And so we're going to put some stuffing. If you didn't make this stuffing, it is so good, and it's even better the next day or 2, crisping it back up in the oven. Oh, so good. I would also put gravy on here. Gravy would be delicious. And I'm using some leftover tofu. I'm putting that on here. And now we're going to have the cranberry sauce. Missing you. You know you're such a fool for me. Doesn't that look great? Maybe we'll add a little bit more tofurkey in here.
Hey.
Okay, maybe not.
Gotta say something for me, man.
Oh, you're gonna get this, right? Oh my gosh, this just is ridiculous. Behold, deliciousness. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I might want to put it on a plate with a knife and fork and put the cranberry sauce over it. This is so good. Oh my gosh, you guys have to try that. I'm gonna start jumping up and down. It's so good. We're gonna make these crispy glazed Brussels sprouts. They are so delicious. These are the cutest little Brussels sprouts. I got these at Trader Joe's in the frozen section, so just go pick some up, or you can do fresh. And I let them thaw. And what we're gonna do, we are making smashed glazed Brussels sprouts. So this is a recipe I saw a while back. Chef AJ did this. If you don't know Chef AJ, you need to follow her. Find her channel and subscribe. Chef AJ, she's amazing. She just smash these little cute Brussels sprouts. You could cut them in half if they're bigger, but you can just smash them. I'm just smashing them with a glass. This is pretty fun. I love it. The thing about Brussels sprouts, some people don't know, they are a cruciferous vegetable. And a cruciferous vegetable is very special because it is so good for us. There are so many wonderful, oops, that one slipped. There are so many wonderful nutritional properties. Something that cruciferous vegetables are very well known for is they've been linked to reducing cancers such as breast cancer, prostate cancer, lung cancer, and colon cancer. They are also a hormone balancing detoxification. So they help the liver process estrogen, and that is really great for women who are perimenopausal or postmenopausal. So eat your cruciferous vegetables, ladies. It does our bodies a lot of good. These are all things I didn't know before I went plant-based. Clearly, because I was suffering from menopause, I had hot flashes, I had night sweats, I had brain fog. And once I started really pumping the greens and the cruciferous vegetables and incorporating them in my diet on a daily basis, those symptoms all went away. I also shared with you that soy plays a big part in helping hot flashes go away. So make sure and get 5 to 6 ounces of soy, whether it's soy milk in your lattes or tofu or edamame. Those are all wonderful sources of soy each day, okay? The other thing I wanted to tell you about cruciferous vegetables is they help prevent and reverse heart disease. There's been many studies that have been done on this, because what they do is when you are chomping on your cruciferous veggies, what happens is that maceration, I think I'm saying that right, the grinding of your teeth of these produces a gas. It produces nitric oxide. And there's also a way to even boost how much of the nitric oxide is made by putting balsamic vinegar on cruciferous vegetables. You actually up the amount of nitric oxide gas. Just think of it as turbo blast. What nitric oxide does is it goes through your arteries and it actually helps protect your endothelial cell walls. That's the structure that makes sure basically that your pipes are smooth and blood flow is going well. And that is what helps prevent heart disease. Because what happens when it's filled, you know, when we destroy our arteries, is it's almost like acne, where a bubble will come up or a blister gets irritated, that lining in your arteries, and the blister comes up. And once it erupts, that's when the blood flow can't get through, and that's what can cause an event. Super important. I know none of us really knew about this before Dr. Esselstyn, Dr. McDougall, all of the OGs, Dr. Dean Ornish, Dr. Pritikin, these guys, and then now Dr. Greger and Dr. Clapper, they are all amazing, of course, with Chef AJ, spreading this message that we need to know. This is something so easy that we can incorporate in our diet every single day that is not a drug. I'm not against drugs. I'm just saying there's many ways to game the system and to increase your odds of wonderful health. And that's what we're doing. Like I do every time, let me step off of my soapbox. But remember, we want to be able to walk and squat for the rest of our life, right? Yeah, that's what it's all about. Doing the hokey pokey. Now we have smashed these delicious Brussels sprouts. We made smashed glazed Brussels sprouts last Thanksgiving. Let me tell you, they were the star of the show. What a fantastic side dish at Thanksgiving or any special occasion, or hey, what's for dinner tonight, right? These are so delicious. I've had these before in restaurants and they are just filled with oil and salt. So it negates all the health benefits, because if I'm pouring oil and salt into my arteries, those are things that are irritants, and those are things that are not good for my heart and can actually cause free radicals and disease. We don't want that, do we? Next, what I'm going to do is show you the glaze. Now, this glaze that I'm going to make, you can really do anything you want on these to put a little glaze. I don't have any of my favorite balsamic, which is the brand California Balsamic. They have amazing flavors: pomegranate, pear, teriyaki, you name it, they have it. Just so many, lemon, so many delicious flavors. But right now what I have is, this is the Costco organic, just plain regular balsamic, that'll do. Then I have some maple syrup, and I also have some Dijon mustard. Now Dijon mustard, this particular kind does have sodium in it, but I'm gonna put a link to a non-sodium mustard. Also, you don't have to add this if you don't want to, if you want it more sweet. But the mustard gives it a little bit of a zing, right? And we like that. So what I've done is I've mixed up here a tablespoon of balsamic and a tablespoon of maple syrup, and then a teaspoon and a half of the Dijon. It's not really scientific. I literally just give it a little taste test to see if I like it. That's what I recommend. Start with those ingredients. Maybe even start with a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and then add from there if you want a little more. I guess I should have smashed them on here, but normally I do. We're just gonna transfer them. I'm using just a mat that fits in my air fryer, but you could use the muffin silicone in case so there's no runoff. You could use also these little tiny muffin holders, individual ones, whatever you want to use, whatever you have on hand or whatever you want to order. Now we're gonna put the glaze on. Just drizzling it on, looking good. Brow-delicious. We're gonna make a little bit more. The burning question, which whisk should I use? The regular whisk or the mini whisk? Survey says the mini. Sorry, I can't help myself. All right, here we go. We're gonna put a little bit more on here. These are so good. If you haven't made these before, you are going to love them. Plus then you're getting your cruciferous vegetables in. Probably something you didn't know, or maybe you did. Maybe I'm the only one who didn't know how powerful these veggies are. I'm also going to put a list in the comments of all the other cruciferous vegetables. So you know when you're putting your super cape on and eating your cruciferous vegetables. All right, let's go. Put these in the air fryer, 10 minutes at 375. I know, they're just like candy. You can pop them in your mouth. I'm telling on you. I'm telling.
What?
Okay, you guys, they are done. It did go a little bit longer, so 375 for 12 minutes, okay, to get them crispy. These Brussels sprouts are so delicious. It's like candy. It's like candy. Grant maybe had some.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm ratting him out. He was starting to pop these in his mouth. He's like, oh, those are good.
I feel like that's the same amount that went into the air fryer. I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh. These are so good, you guys. You can have these as appetizers, as a side dish. I know I get so excited about all the food I make, but these are flippin' awesome. I mean, these are so good. All right, so let me taste one. You just can't have one. Oh my gosh. Talk about Brussels sprout, shout it out. It makes me wanna shout. Shout. Brussels sprout, shout it out, baby. Celebrate. These are so delicious. And the possibilities of the flavor, if you want to make them savory or more sweet, the possibilities are endless. These are so delicious. Hey guys, today we're gonna make some delicious creamy street corn. This street corn dip is so delicious. It's a perfect side for Thanksgiving or holiday gathering. Let me show you how to make it. Hey, I'm Meg. If you don't know me, at 53 years old, I lost 70 pounds by eating foods like this. I follow a whole food, caloric density, plant-based diet. I don't count calories or measure or anything. I feel great. And I was able to reverse high blood pressure. I was able to reverse rosacea. Menopause symptoms went away. My hot flashes within 6 weeks went away. And I want to show you how great you can feel at any age following a whole food plant-based diet. So let's go. Let me show you how to make this delicious street corn, because the way I did it was by the food I ate. First, we're gonna chop up an onion. Chop, chop, chop. This is super delicious, and you know, originally I think this recipe called for cheese and oil and all sorts of other things, but we made it plant-based. That reminds me, go to my Stan store. There's a link below. You can sign up for Meg in the Kitchen. It's a custom chat GPT I made, and it basically can take any recipe and turn it into whole food, plant-based, low fat by telling you what ingredients to swap for the regular, standard, traditional recipe ingredients. Like, let's say you have some ingredients. You've got a can of chickpeas, maybe you got an onion, maybe you have some random vegetables. Plug your ingredients in and ask it what recipes you could make. Super, super helpful. And if you see a recipe in there that you love, it'll tell you, give you a list of ingredients to shop. Starting to cry. Ugh. This onion, I should have a glass of water in front of me, but I don't. We're gonna take this diced onion and some frozen corn. You guys know my favorite corn is the roasted corn from Trader Joe's. You can get the roasted corn in the frozen section of most stores. And if it's not roasted, that's okay. Fire roasted, just use the regular corn. So we're gonna put this in our pan. We're gonna switch and do a bigger pan. And we're gonna just go ahead and put the onion in. This is so versatile. I was thinking we could put this in tacos. We could put it on top of tostadas. You can do it as a side dish with anything you're serving for Thanksgiving. This would be a great dish to bring to an event or just to have at home. This could be a delicious appetizer. Make some homemade chips or use some bread or other vegetables just to scoop with. Delicious. Good stuff. Woo! Eyes are watering. We're gonna make the Parmesan cheese. You're gonna start with some hemp seeds. You can get some organic hemp seeds, half cup, and the recipe's down below. We're gonna do a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast, half a teaspoon of onion powder, and half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now we're going to whisk it together. Just give it a nice mix. And there we go. We've got our parm. Smells good. Looks great. Something that's interesting about hemp seeds is for 3 tablespoons, there's 10 grams of protein. There's also, with 3 tablespoons, it's 20% of your iron intake. There's a little bit of calcium in here as well as potassium. So this hemp seeds are so wonderful for you. In case you didn't know, I never used them before going plant-based, and now I love them. I just wanted to tell you guys, I got this sweater from a place called the Assistance League Thrift and Consignment Store. That's here in Portland, Oregon, and it's all volunteers. It's all nonprofit. They have some beautiful clothing, and the people who are volunteers there are lovely. So just giving them a shout out. Thanks, you guys. I love my new sweater. Like I said, this street corn is delicious, and it makes a perfect side, but it also can be put on your tostada. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of protein in here, a fair amount, but just delicious. If you've never tried this before, I highly recommend you do. I'm gonna put the ingredients down below. Some people don't have hemp seed or nutritional yeast. I'm gonna make it super convenient. You can shop for all of these things on Amazon, so they come to your door and you're ready to roll. You're ready to make it. If you're going somewhere for Thanksgiving, this is a perfect side dish. It's low in fat, high in nutrients. Best part is everyone will enjoy it. It doesn't matter whether they're plant-based or not, they're gonna love it. Now we're gonna do half a cup of cilantro. Now, some people cannot eat cilantro. That's been brought to my attention, and I knew that before. So if you can't, a good substitute, and thank you very much for suggesting this, is using parsley. If you cannot digest cilantro and it's something that doesn't work for you and your body, use parsley instead. So we're gonna do half a cup. This is great. You could just chop up the stems as well, which is fine, but for whatever reason, I'm just picking off the leaves. I think that is about half a cup. Let's just go ahead and measure that. In my opinion, you can't have too much cilantro. That's perfect. I'm gonna dice mine a little bit. It smells so good. Looks delicious. Delicioso! Having a wonderful Christmas time. I mean, Thanksgiving time. Now we're gonna mix it together. Went to the gym last night. I hope you guys are getting in some exercise. Hey, one of my favorite tips is to do wall squats while you're brushing your teeth. I like to multitask. Life is fast, right? We're gonna add our cilantro, half a cup, or parsley. Now we're gonna pour in our Parmesan, or faux Parmy cheese. This is 1/3 cup of plant-based yogurt. I'm using Forager plant yogurt, but there's also Kite Hill is a great one. So just use 1/3 cup, plain, unsweetened. Put that in. We're also adding in a half teaspoon of chili powder, and these are the sliced jalapenos that we have. We're just gonna do a few of these. We're gonna go ahead and mince these I'm gonna dice these up real small. A little goes a long ways. Remember, you can always add if it's not spicy enough, but if it's too spicy, you can't take away. Maybe putting in a little bit more of the yogurt if it's too spicy. Oh, this looks great. We haven't made this in a couple months, so I'm pretty excited. It's really unique. You can use this in the winter, you can use it in the summer, you can serve it cold, serve it hot. So you guys just talk amongst yourselves about how creamy you want your dip to be, because you could easily add a little bit more of the plant-based yogurt. I'm a little verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves. You guys remember that? Mike Meyer, Saturday Night Live? I think this sweater actually looks like one that Mike Myers wore on the show, Grant.
A little bit, yeah.
I just need the wig, right?
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourself. So I would definitely put this in a festive, pretty bowl. This is one that, oh, I love this bowl. This is a piece of handmade pottery I got at a bazaar, a Christmas bazaar. Gosh, probably like 3 or 4 years ago. So you can make these, you can cut them up ahead of time, but these are just corn tortillas that I put in the air fryer for about 3 to 6 minutes. Keep your eye on it. You can see how they get crispy. And these would be great to serve with this, along with, you could cut up vegetables that would be delicious as well. But now's my favorite part, the taste test. Oh my goodness. There's so much flavor in there. This is so delicious. Woo, those jalapenos are hot. That is flavor explosion, fantastico, delicious. Hey guys. Today we are going to make a vegan holiday roast. This roast is by Shane and Simple. He's got a website. I love his recipes. I love his chili, and we've made it here before. So here we go. First, we're gonna start with our food processor. Oh, by the way, the recipe will be down below, so just follow along with me. We're gonna do 1 can of rinsed kidney beans. We're gonna save 2 tablespoons of the water the kidney beans came in to put in here. I just rinsed and drained my kidney beans, and so we're gonna put a cup in the food processor. Then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of the water from the kidney bean can. Now we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Old-fashioned can opener, here we go. Where would I be without my baby spoon? Baby spoon. All right, 2 tablespoons. Now we're going to do a 1/4 cup of low sodium soy sauce or Bragg's aminos. Now we're gonna blend this until it's like a paste, okay? And of course, feel free to dance while you're blending. Let's take a look-see here. Oh, that looks pretty good. It smells great. Okay, we're gonna set that aside, and we're going to now put in the dry ingredients into our bowl. I want to talk to you guys about Thanksgiving. What are you going to be serving for Thanksgiving? We have on the channel a Thanksgiving playlist, and we've got our mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing. We've also got a beautiful salad, delicious, crispy Brussels sprouts. Oh, they will knock your socks off. We've also got Better Board, which is our charcuterie board inspired by Jane and Ann Esselstyn. That is so delicious. Talk about, like, you can't stop eating it. The street corn we made, oh my gosh, that is so good. Then we're gonna add some nutritional yeast. Oh, we made also the meatloaf. The meatloaf is probably one of my favorite things. So honestly, I don't want to overwhelm you, but you could do the meatloaf, you could do the disappearing lasagna, that's Chef AJ's lasagna. We love that. We make that almost every year. Anne and Jane Esselstyn, I've made their lasagna. It's fabulous. You could do my chicken enchiladas that are made out of soy curls. Those are so delicious. And then all of these sides, I mean, heck, you could just have sides for Thanksgiving. Let's face it. Thanksgiving really is a vegan holiday when you take away the turkey. So all the delicious sides, maybe just choose a few to make and let me know how that goes. I'd love to know what you're doing. We're going to do 1 tablespoon of onion powder and 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Now we're going to do a teaspoon of the rest of the spices. Well, except for the black pepper, that's 1/4 of a teaspoon. We're gonna do a teaspoon of sage. I am really excited for Thanksgiving. Are you, Grant?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, me too. I can't wait. And Jack's coming home.
Yeah.
So the 4 Musketeers. Well, and blue. So that's 5. 5 Musketeers.
4.5.
4.5. We don't have Italian seasoning. I'm out. But if you use poultry seasoning, it's got all of the same spices. Plus, it has nutmeg in it, but basil. So we're going to add our own basil. But the recipe will have the correct on the bottom. I'm just using a substitute because that's what I can do. So we're gonna do just 1/4 of a teaspoon in this version of basil. Just documenting this. I know it's gonna be delicious. And we'll do, whoa. It isn't a party till you drop a spice, right? So we're gonna do some pepper. Who doesn't love pepper? Anybody doing a turkey trot? Getting yourself moving before the day begins, before the festivities get rolling. Are we doing a turkey trot this year?
Who agreed on that? I didn't.
We might have to have our own. We're gonna do a little bit of thyme because we have the time. Somebody stop me. All of our dry ingredients in here. This is great. Now I'm using my baby whisk. It's not my baby whisk, it's my junior whisk. There's one smaller. But what you want to do is whisk all the dry ingredients together, get them all mixed up there. We're having a mixer. Who doesn't like a mixer? So last year for Thanksgiving, we did a vegan roast, but it was a different recipe. It turned out great as well, but I wanted to give Shane and Simple's recipe a try. The year before that, we did Jane and Ann Esselson's lasagna. That was delicious. We had so much food, too much food. So we had food for days. And we ended up freezing some of that lasagna. And it was such a treat to pull it out. You know, I love when I'm out of ideas for a dinner or a lunch and I look in my freezer and I see what I have individually frozen, whether it's soup or lasagna or enchiladas. It's just like winning the lottery, in my opinion, that you get to pull those out from your freezer and have a delicious meal. Do some cruciferous vegetables or a salad along with it. You know, steam or roast some vegetables. It's wonderful. Easy peasy. Okay, so this looks pretty well mixed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the paste that we made and we're going to combine this. And in the process, you're also going to add some vegetable broth. If you don't make your own, get low sodium vegetable broth.
Or they could use water.
Or yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Grant's right. Or you can use water if you're parched in the desert. Water. Okay, we're gonna mix this up and it's obviously gonna be dry and crumbly. And then you're going to add your water or low sodium veggie broth to it. It smells really good, this holiday roast. I want you guys to go into the holiday. I'd love to hear your comments below, but there's nothing to fear. Thanksgiving is such an easy holiday to make vegan. You've got your mashed potatoes, you've got your gravy. I love our stuffing. I love the crispy Brussels sprouts. Those are so good. And you know, for us, the holiday really is just about getting together and sharing. My family's spread out, so unfortunately I don't get to see a lot of them over the holidays. It's really about coming together, having stories to tell. We have a huge puzzle we're working on. You know, there's a lot of things that are not food related. And if your holiday has always been about food related and then afterwards you fall into a coma and take a nap, you know, maybe get up and go for a walk around the block. Go for a bike ride. You know, something I really want to do is get a pair of roller skates. Maybe go roller skating. Gosh, I haven't done that in years. Those are just some ideas because really, you know, people talk a lot about their family history of having high blood pressure or having high cholesterol. And yes, you can be predisposed to that, but your lifestyle is what pulls the trigger. We know that your epigenetics can be turned on or turned off for good or for bad. So really let that sink in. The traditions that pass down are foods loaded with saturated fat, alcohol, you know, all those traditions, that the foods that they make, that's what's being passed down, the recipes. But you know, you can take one of your family's recipes, download my free Chat GPT, Meg in the Kitchen, take one of those recipes. I challenge you. I want to know what happens. Put it in that free Chat GPT and see what it gives you back for alternative ingredients. See if you can create a new tradition for yourself and your family. You know, somebody said once that make your food boring and make your life exciting. Make your food boring and make your life exciting. All right, you guys, I think we've got this. Now remember, this is the first time I'm making this is Shane and Simple, so hopefully you want to roll it out like a loaf, 8 to 10 inches long, almost like bread, I suppose.
Bread kind of looks like cookie dough.
Yeah.
But instead of chocolate chips, it's like the beans.
The beans are the chocolate chips. It smells really good. It's very flavorful and it smells very hearty. So now take your parchment paper. If you don't have parchment paper, make sure and get it. I'm gonna put everything you need for this down below so you can literally order it off of Amazon and have it at your door. So let's roll it up into the parchment paper. Now what you do is you take tin foil. I only have these individual ones from Costco. I don't use a lot of tin foil. So we're gonna I'm gonna wrap 2 around it. You're gonna put this in the oven, 350 for an hour. And you're gonna need to turn it every 15 minutes. That's what Shane tells us to do. All right, let's go. God save the queen. I'm ready for my roast. What do you guys think? God save the queen. We're ready. Okay, this roast smells so good. I wish you guys could smell it, but you're just gonna have to make it. Let's carve into this. It's been sitting for about 15 minutes. Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. God save the queen. God save your endothelial cells. Let's go. Put an end to heart disease. Ah. That is excellent. Thank you, Shane and Simple. Wow. I hope you guys make this. This was so easy to make. You can make it the day of Thanksgiving. Wonderful. This is great. This will be great too on sandwiches, but this with my mashed potatoes and gravy, the stuffing, the homemade orange cranberry sauce, out of this world. Brussels sprouts, crispy Brussels sprouts, the cruciferous salad. Oh, hi guys. Hey, today we are gonna make an easy salad that is packed full of antioxidants, polyphenols, all kinds of things that's gonna make your skin glow, make your heart healthy. Let's go. First of all, we're gonna start with the pomegranate. I was snacking on this yesterday, so we've got about 3/4 of it left. We're gonna need 1/4 of a cup for this salad. This is inspired by the Cruciferous Crunch from Trader Joe's. This is shaved broccoli, cabbage, red and Napa cabbage, and it's also got baby kale in it, but it's all shaved down. So this is gonna be delicious. And if you don't know about cruciferous vegetables, let me tell you, cruciferous vegetables are the powerhouse. It is like putting on your super cape. It gives you tons of energy. They help your blood flow. They lower your blood pressure. They help bring more oxygen to your brain and your heart and all the other areas that we need. So this is a superfood. It also has been shown to lessen cancer from spreading in your body. That's right. It will actually help not let cancer go into other cells and penetrate the brain barrier of other cells because of the sulforaphane. Sulforaphane is very powerful and you can find it in cruciferous vegetables. So, hey, it's a win-win. I mean, this is like literally, it'll detoxify your liver. There are so many amazing properties to cruciferous vegetables. What I go for each day is I try to eat a pound of cruciferous vegetables. Am I gone?
No, you're good. I've been holding it.
Not only does it help your immune system, we're going into winter. Who wants to get sick? We're in close quarters with people, lots of germs, right? A lot of viruses and things going around. Eat your cruciferous vegetables because that's the way to boost your immune system. And that's what we want. We don't want to be susceptible to any of these diseases. I like to say it's like building a moat around your castle. Here's the castle, we're the vessel. Build the moat around your vessel so you are strong. I'm going for 2.0 meg. You want to come with me? Let's do this. All right, so first we're going to do the pomegranate. I'm a novice at, getting the seeds out, but we're gonna do our best. I kind of do it like an orange. Look at that goodness. Oh my. That's good. You can buy them already from the store in a bag, if you don't have time to get the seeds out on your own. So go ahead and buy it from the store if you don't have time. You only need 1/4 of a cup for this salad, so we're gonna get these out. Pomegranates are great. They're great for your skin. They have a lot of polyphenols and nutrients in them. They're good for your health. They're good for lowering your blood pressure. Who knew? I used to have high blood pressure, but I don't anymore. You want to keep it down. You always want to be eating things that help lower your blood pressure because you don't want your arteries stiff. You don't want your arteries to get hard and stiff. You want them to be able to let that blood flow from your head to your toes. I just pointed my toes right there. I love pomegranates, but it's a little bit of work getting them out. I feel like I'm panning for gold here. Ooh, rubies. We're digging for rubies. That's what we're doing. Does that look like about 4? Oh yeah, definitely. Oh look, we've got leftover. Afternoon snack, yummy, I love it. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside. Oh, that's perfect, okay. All right, that was the hardest part about making this salad. Like I said, at Costco, I saw that they have individual pomegranate cups right now, where you can buy fresh pomegranate individually. Plus it's great for you. It adds just a professional, beautiful finish on your salad. I just want to show you, we're starting with our Cruciferous Crunch, and then we have, this is so delicious. This is the frozen roasted corn. This is so delicious. This is the frozen roasted corn from Trader Joe's. You can get this though at other stores too, but it's delicious. And then we also have some golden raisins. And then I also have some pumpkin seeds, unsalted, natural pumpkin seeds, no oil. We're going to make the salad dressing now. And it's a tangy, sweet Dijon dressing. It's really super easy. 1 tablespoon of tahini, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, and the recipe's below in the description. So 1 tablespoon of Dijon, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, give it that sweetness, 1 tablespoon apple cider vinegar, a squirt of lemon juice. And we're gonna do garlic powder. Just remember, before I started whole food plant-based, I would always buy garlic salt. Don't buy garlic salt. That's just one more way to add to health issues like heart disease. Salt is something that we want to use very sparingly in recipes, and so do the garlic powder. It's just as good. And then you're going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. There we go. We're going to mix this up. Okay, got our dressing. You know me, I like to smell it. Oh, it smells so good. Now we assemble. Easy peasy. Now we're going to do 1/2 cup of fire roasted corn. We're going to do 1/4 cup of pomegranates. Oh wow, that looks beautiful already. 1/4 cup of raisins. These are golden raisins. I really love the golden ones. I got these at Trader Joe's as well. Then we're going to do 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds. Probably something you guys didn't know, but pumpkin seeds are really good for you. They have a lot of protein in them. There's 9 grams of protein in 3 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds. They're full of potassium. They're full of iron. So these are a great addition to any salad as a little topping. Now we're gonna pour, well first I'm gonna toss it Get your tongs out or your tossers. I need some tossers. Maybe those will be on my Christmas list. Look at this. This is so beautiful. Now we're gonna drizzle the salad dressing on. Oh my gosh, look at that. It smells so good too. This came together so easily, and you have this gorgeous salad. It's ridiculously healthy for you. I get my energy from the greens. The corn has fiber in it, and it also has lutein, if I'm saying that right, which is really good for your eye health. One of the number one things we suffer from as we get older is macular degeneration, and that is a way to help protect your eyes. This is so beautiful. You could take this to the office for a potluck. It doesn't matter if people are vegan or plant-based. People should be eating more plants on a daily basis. Did you know that the average American, the number one fruit they get is ketchup? That's right, tomato is a fruit, technically, but that's such a sad statistic. The number one fruit they get each day is ketchup. And the number one vegetable they get is French fries. Now, you have seen how I make healthy French fries, but the French fries that they're getting are fried in oil, they're deep fried. It really negates the health benefit of a potato when you fry it in oil and put a lot of salt on it. And you wonder why people are having such a hard time and the chronic conditions. This is a way to combat that. Our bodies want fuel. And if you can make it delicious, that's my whole point of this channel, is to show you how you can do it pretty easily. People will enjoy it. If it's not enjoyable, let's not do it, right? That's my whole thing. It's gotta taste great. Okay, so let's do the little taste test here. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is that you can also take this, you can make it for Thanksgiving. This would be a great side salad for Thanksgiving. You saw how easy it comes together. And that way, if you're going somewhere and they're not plant-based, you know you at least have something you can eat. It's kind of like one of those things where it's better the more it marinades, but it's hard to keep it around because it tastes so good, you'll just gobble it up. All right, here we go. This is so good. Wow, there are so many flavors. It is sweet and tangy. Wow, if I had this at a restaurant, I would ask for the chef because I would need this recipe. It is so good. I hope you make this. It's a game changer. Let's game the system, right? Let's eat delicious, beautiful food that keeps us healthy and happy. Hey guys, today we're making peanut butter almond cookies. Super easy. These are great cookies, especially in the winter when you want a nice treat to go with your cup of tea, or the grandkids are over, or your kids are there and you need to make some cookies. First, gonna start with half a cup of peanut butter. Now, I have a store close to me where we can grind our own peanuts and make peanut butter, but if you don't have that, just look for peanut butter on the back where it's just ground peanuts, no added oil, just the natural oil of the peanuts. I'll put the links to all of these ingredients below where you can get them on Amazon. Okay, so first we're gonna start with half a cup of peanut butter in a bowl. We're gonna mix all our liquid ingredients first.
Would you consider peanut butter a liquid?
Well, it's definitely, well, that's a great question. How about we're gonna mix all our non-dry...
Yeah, your wet ingredients.
Yeah, our wet ingredients, that's the correct term. Thank you, Grant. Then we're gonna put in, now we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. These are super easy. It comes together so quick. Now we're gonna do a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and the recipe is down below. And now we're gonna mix that together. Try not to splash. A little bit louder now, a little bit mixed better. Oh, look at that coming together. I wonder if you could use like any sort of nut butter with them, like sunflower seeds. And I'm so sorry for you guys that have a peanut allergy. I apologize. But I would think that you could use sunflower seeds. In fact, I think I have some. Let me show you. So this is sunflower nut butter. You could use that. I think that looks really good.
Yeah.
Creamy. I forgot I needed to put the wet ingredients in the big bowl. I just want to eat this. It kind of smells like fudge. peanut butter fudge. I think this is a recipe. I haven't made peanut butter fudge yet, but I think this is a recipe. And now we're gonna mix in 1 1/3 cups of almond flour. There we go. Now you're gonna mix it with a fork. It's a little bit Sleepy Hollow outside here, 1 week before, less than a week before Thanksgiving. But these cookies, delicious. I'm just showing you some treats that you can eat throughout this holiday season, get you through. These are so delicious and easy. Go ahead and set your oven at 350. Sweet treats for the holiday season. Nobody has to be the wiser. These are healthy sweet treats. Those are looking pretty good. Now we're gonna get our fingers in on this. Mix it up a little bit. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. Can't wait for these. We're gonna do a little twist-a-roo on these. We're gonna make some that are just peanut butter and then some that are peanut butter with a thumbprint of vegan chocolate. How's that sound? Some peanut butter chocolate cookies. Sounds good to me. Now we're gonna make the cookies. We're gonna make some little round balls. I am thankful, you know, it's the season to be thankful. I am thankful for Grant, for Jack, for Jim, for all of you.
What about Blue?
And Blue, of course. Okay, so we're gonna make a couple of these like that. And then we're gonna take some of our Enjoy Life chocolate chips. I just have minis. You can get these chocolate chips come in chunks. So if you want to get the chunk ones, that might be easier. Just put a chunk in there. Look at how fun these are. I love it. So I'm very thankful and grateful for all the people in my life and for you guys. I love this community. You know, I have a stand store, and in the stand store, I'm very excited. We're doing a holiday reboot. It starts the day after Thanksgiving. And we are going to follow a whole food plant-based diet. Now, you don't have to be whole food plant-based. You just have to have an open mind and want to try it and see how you feel. We're going to do it. This is my 4th holiday season of being plant-based, whole foods, and it's working out pretty good so far. Yeah, I really enjoy the holidays. But I'm gonna tell you, the first year I was very fearful and nervous, and it was a little bit mind-racking because getting invited to parties and cookie exchange parties and things like that, where I knew that there was a lot of temptation, or even just wondering what I could bring, that was hard. Now, it's like second nature. But that's when you're changing any habit in your life. Let's say you're learning a new computer program, or you're changing jobs, or you're learning something new, how to knit, how to play the piano. That stretches your brain, right? That takes a lot of energy. Same thing for when you're changing your diet. Now, this is second nature now to me, how to cook this way, how to prepare food this way. But in the beginning, it wasn't. And that can really derail you. So it's very important that you have a community that you can depend on. Come over to my school community. That's SKOOL, For Plant's Sake. I'm in there every single day. I do a newsletter called The Daily Sprout. The people in there are amazing. It's such a quality group of people. We all want the same thing. We're looking for balance in our life. We're looking to improve our health and to sustain a healthy lifestyle. So come on over. Even if you're not vegan or totally plant-based, just come over and see what it's all about. It might surprise you how much better you feel. You'll pick up some great recipes, some great ideas for surviving the holidays, or just every day in life. We all have things we have to do every day, and that's important. They smell so good. These are decadent. And the reason I do like to make some of these fancy things is my point is to show you that it's not deprivation. It's not carrots and celery. I love carrots and celery, but I'm trying to show you that it's everyday life and there are treats you can have. It's not about feeling sad. It's about joy. It's about having a pep in your step. I reversed my high blood pressure. All my menopause symptoms went away, all of them. My hot flashes, my night sweats. I feel great. I have more energy than I've had in years. And I'm still a work in progress. I love this. I love it. Later today, I'm going to the gym. I've got goals, so come along. Let's reach our goals together. I remember as a kid, I loved to make peanut butter cookies with my mom. My favorite part was smashing it with the fork. So let's go ahead and do a little forkaroo. There we go. Cute. I like referring to a peanut butter cookie as cute. It is cute. These are so, do you see how easy these were to make? These are just ridiculously easy. And fun. This would be a great project to make with kids or with your friends, with your girlfriends, with your family. Super easy. It feels like Play-Doh. Great therapy. I want this for everyone. And that's the reason we started this channel. I hope you're subscribed. We noticed that about 25% of the people watching are subscribed, but about 75% aren't. If you guys could subscribe and hit like, that would be wonderful. Grant and I, we love making these videos, but we both work full-time jobs, and the way that it helps the algorithm is if you like, subscribe, comment, or share with other people. That just helps push the algorithms out for us and helps us make more content. So appreciate you. Appreciate you. Oh no, I'm short a cookie. Okay, well, I'll just break one in half. How's that? Some little ones. This one's kind of thick. Okay. Well,
Wow, you're just taking from all of them.
sorry. These smell so good. All right, now the best part. Smash-a-rooney. Smosh. I'm getting into this. Ooh, 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 ooh. Staying alive, staying alive. Ah, 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 ah. Staying alive. Peanut butter cookies. Peanut butter chocolate chip. All right. Ooh, look at how cute that is. Little forky marks around it. Okay, that's really cute. I like it. All right, it's all right. Let's go put these bad boys in the oven for 12 to 13 minutes. And then we've got our good day sunshine. Then we've got our peanut butter delights. It's an afternoon delight. Here we are with these delicious peanut butter cookies and peanut butter chocolate chip cookies. Peanut butter chocolate. These look so good. So easy to make. I hope you make these. Let me take a bite. These are fantastic. A glass of oat milk with these or a cup of tea. Oh my gosh. These are decadent. I want to try the chocolate one too. See what that's like. Oh my goodness. These are so good. Wow. I highly recommend you make these. So delicious. These are a great treat. If they're really tempting to you, put some in the freezer. But like I said, take them to a party. You can feel really good about what you're bringing to a gathering with these delicious cookies. Thank you for watching this video. We really appreciate all of your support and the fact that so many of you are subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much. That means so much to us. We're going to continue to make recipes and put them on YouTube, and also lifestyle and mindset. So keep watching. If you're not subscribed, about 70% of you guys are not subscribed. Could you please subscribe, like, ring the bell, that way you're notified when a new video drops. Check out down below my school community. That's where, if you want a more intimate experience, I'm in there every single day. I write a newsletter called The Daily Sprout, and we have such a great time in there. If you want even more community and support, join my holiday reboot. It is so much fun. We keep each other accountable. I give you recipes, meal plans, guides, different things to help keep you on track, and we do a live Zoom call once a week. So check that out as well. I'm so glad you're here, and again, thank you so much for all your support, and I can't wait to make more videos. See you later.